used to call me Crazy Joe, but now they can call me Batman.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. We have another physical media review for you today, another one that comes to us from our friends at Warner Archive. And they have once again done a fabulous job with a classic Hanna-Barbera series. We've seen them putting out a lot of classic Hanna-Barbera series recently. We've had... What is that cat getting into? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I got to get up and see what that is. We'll do that later. This is the problem with pets. You never know what they're getting into. You never know. Anyway, Warner Archives has done a lot of really good Hanna-Barbera releases lately. Wacky Races, Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, Top Cat, the Frankenstein Jr. and the Impossibles, just to name a few. It seems like every other month there is a new Hanna-Barbera release. And this one might be the best one yet. This is a biggie. Because most of these, they could fit in like one small, they'll put out, this is Murder, She Wrote, but like they'll fit the whole series in like one case like this. Haha, not this time. We've got the complete series of the Huckleberry Hound show. The Huckleberry Hound show, and it is 4 seasons long. So this is a much bigger set than any of the others we've had so far. Now, I am very familiar with Huckleberry Hound. I'm sure you're very familiar with Huckleberry Hound. But at age 49, I experienced Huckleberry Hound through reruns. I never watched the Huckleberry Hound show as it originally aired. And guess what? These episodes are presented as they originally aired in a manner I've never seen them before. This show was sponsored by Kellogg's, and all the original Kellogg's ads are in here. And Cornelius the Cornflake Rooster is in the opening credits of every episode of the Huckleberry Hound show. Now, I've seen the Huckleberry Hound show growing up. I never saw Cornelius Rooster in the credits before. So this is really cool how they went back and took it back to the way it originally aired, which is not the way I originally saw it. And unless you're older than me, probably not the way you originally saw it. Also, the original show had multiple cartoon segments. And I think growing up watching reruns, we didn't get that. They just kind of took out the Huckleberry Hound segments because if you're like me, you grew up watching the Yogi Bear show too. Well, Yogi Bear premiered on here, and a lot of the segments on here are Yogi Bear segments that I saw originally as the Yogi Bear show, but they came from here. So there are 4 sets of cartoons on here. 4 sets of cartoons. In the first 2 seasons, every episode includes a cartoon of Huckleberry Hound, a cartoon of Yogi Bear, and a cartoon of Pixie and Dixie and what's his name? Jinks Jr. or Jinks the cat or Mr. Jinks. That's it. Mr. Jinks. I'm not terribly familiar with Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinks, I got to admit. I don't remember seeing those cartoons growing up, but that was a segment on here. So every episode for the first 2 seasons, you're going to get a Huckleberry Hound, Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinks, which is 2 cats and a mouse. Okay. And Yogi Bear. We all know who Yogi Bear is, right? Well, Yogi Bear proved so popular that they spun him off into the Yogi Bear show. So from seasons 3 and 4, the Yogi Bear segment is gone. And they had to come up with a replacement character, so they came up with Hokey Wolf, who is basically just a ripoff of Yogi Bear. It's Yogi Bear as a wolf. And instead of Boo Boo, he's got Ding-a-ling. And you know how Boo Boo was always like, the Ranger's not going to like that, Yogi. Well, Ding-a-ling's like, I don't know if we should do that, Hokey. I mean, Hokey, Yogi, the names even sound alike. It's basically Yogi Bear turned into a wolf. So you get Hokey Wolf in seasons 3 and 4. Yogi Bear seasons 1 and 2. Pixie, Dixie, and Mr. Jinks are throughout the show. And, of course, Huckleberry's throughout the show. All the episodes have Kellogg's commercials. And even after Yogi Bear leaves the show, you still see him in the Kellogg's commercials. That's pretty cool. Another interesting thing is the show is in color. the Kellogg's commercials, or at least the ones I've seen, I've watched several episodes, but I haven't watched all the episodes. All the Kellogg's ads I've seen are in black and white. So it's funny, you're watching a full color show, then it goes to a black and white Kellogg's ad featuring the same characters, Yogi and Huckleberry. So let's take a look at the discs. All right, so like you see, you got 3 hard cases here. Nice little slip sleeve box. So season 1, it's got Yogi and Boo Boo on there. This is season 2 and 3. It's got Pixie and Dixie and Mr. Jinks. And then season 4, we've got Hokey Wolf on there. Huck looks the same on all 3. Like Huck doesn't change. Now, I always talk about, I love when these discs will put the title of the episode right on the disc. That we don't get that here. We do not get the title of the episodes on the discs. But they are nice and handy right on the back there. So those are the episode titles for season 1. There's season 2 and 3. And there's season 4 plus the bonus features. Now, there are not a lot of bonus features on here. I did watch them. There is a 5-minute vignette on here. It's kind of amusing. It's only like 5 minutes long, called Huckleberry Hound, a linguistic masterpiece. Huckle speak as humorously interpreted by a linguistics professor. We have a linguistics professor analyzing the way Huckleberry Hound speaks, some of the words he uses like thar and ifin. It's kind of funny. There's also a music video called the Huckleberry Quotes the Remix, and this music video is just basically a bunch of clips of Huckleberry Hound saying memorable quotes to just like a backing track. It's not great. The best special feature on here is a tribute to Dawes Butler. Now, Dawes Butler, legendary voice actor, he does the voice of almost all the characters on the show. Not all the characters, but almost all the characters. He's Huckleberry. He is Hokey Wolf. He is Yogi Bear. He is Mr. Jinks. He is one of the mice. Is he Pixie? I think he's Pixie. Don Messick is the other mouse, and Don Messick is also Boo Boo. So all the main characters, Huckleberry, Yogi, Mr. Jinks, the wolf, it's all Dawes Butler. And they have a great little feature here on the life of Dawes Butler, the career of Dawes Butler. They interview some great voice actors like Nancy Cartwright from The Simpsons, Tom Kenny from SpongeBob SquarePants. So nice little extra. All of these cartoons look great. They're presented in their original aspect ratio. And you will see the shift from color to black and white as we go to these vintage Kellogg's commercials. This is a really nice set. They did a wonderful job. And like I said, I grew up with Huckleberry Hound. I grew up with Yogi Bear. But I've never seen the Huckleberry Hound show presented like this before, because this is how it originally aired. And then it was kind of repackaged for syndication in different parameters, like, oh, here's just the Huckleberry segments, we'll call it the Huckleberry Hound show. Here's just the Yogi segments, we'll call it the Yogi Bear show. But I've never seen it as it originally was broadcast. And let me tell you, those Kellogg's ads are pretty cool. It reminds me of the I Love Lucy set that came out about a year ago when they had the original intro with the cigarettes, and I had never seen that before either. So really cool. This is available now. I want to thank our friends at Warner Archive for sending me this review copy. I definitely recommend this if you are a fan of classic animation, if you love Hanna-Barbera. This is one worth picking up. This is a really well done set. Of all the wonderful Hanna-Barbera sets that Warner Archives has been putting out recently, this is by far the best one they've done so far. This is really nice. All right, everyone. Thank you, Warner Archives. Pick this up. If you're an animation fan, pick this up. If you're a Hanna-Barbera fan, you're going to want to pick this up. All right, everyone. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep Keep wearing those pajamas.
With the plastic feet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Tell everyone you meet.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
With the back door flap.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Don't open it, it's a trap.
Oh no!
It's a trap. Some people call them PJs. Some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander Adamas. But no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
I know we're having fun.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
And now the song is done.